Hello everybody, hi, it's Giacomo speaking. Thanks for joining and watching this lesson 6 of Getting Started in Technical Analysis Part 1. This lesson is mainly based on continuation pattern in technical analysis, and in particular we will be looking into triangles. The main triangles are the symmetrical, descending, ascending, and or expanding triangle. Those are the ones that we are discussing in this first part. In the second part we will keep talking of continuation pattern. So let's get into it, and then what we can see is, first of all, introduction to this continuation pattern. Why it's called continuation pattern? They are called continuation pattern because they are just a pause of the market. So if the market is bullish, there is a continuation pattern, continuation formation. The market at the end of this pattern will resume its previous trend. So if before the continuation pattern was bullish market, it will keep being bullish after or at the end of this continuation pattern. So this is the reason why it's called continuation pattern. Is just where in a bullish or the same in a bearish market there will be a pause of the market where the prices are just on hold for a while, actually are on pause, moving sideways perhaps, not even upward or downward trend, but just pausing a little bit before resuming its previous trend. So if it was a bullish, after this continuation pattern will keep going down. If it's a bearish, we keep going up. If it's a bearish formation, after the end of this continuation pattern, the prices will keep moving upward. Generally those one that works as continuation pattern, but sometimes they can work as reversal pattern, and they generally are short-term pattern, a maximum of 3 months. This is always, I've used always the word usually or generally because sometimes they can work in a different way. We know that technical analysis it's not always 100% sure, but it's generally mainly based on probabilities. Let's get into it on the symmetrical triangle. This is symmetrical triangle uptrend. It can happen a downtrend and uptrend. First of all, important, it is a neutral path. Neutral, it's not bullish or bearish pattern, but it's a neutral path. And to construct this triangle we need at least 4 reversal points. 1, 2, 3, 4. I've just showed 6 reversal points. This is a different. It's totally the same with the 4 or with the 6 reversal points. The point is that we are going to have this lower trend line and upper trend line that converge into the apex. We have the apex, we have the base, and this is our shape. Important are the volumes. Volumes, if they not always confirm but this behavior, but generally the volume should decrease while prices move inside the triangle. The breakout range is between 2/3 of the total length of the triangle or 3/4 of the total length of the triangle. This is just an example. If the total length is 30 days, the breakout will be at the 20th or the 23rd of this month. Let's say this is just an example based on 30 days. So because the 20th and the 23rd are respectively the 2/3 of 30 and 3/4 of 30. So more than that, once we are able to recognize this continuation pattern, it's very useful because we are able to understand the price objective. The price objective in this case can be found in 2 different ways. The first one is just projecting the depth, the base, that is the distance between A and B from the breakout point, so the point C, or the other way is just taking this line, the parallel to this line, so the B to apex, and just shift or just project from the point A, and then we get the price objective 1. So generally the price for this type of pattern, the price objective is generally reached at the apex time. So once we know the total length of the triangle, we are able to understand even the timing when the price objective should be reached or achieved. So those are the main point of this pattern, or this symmetrical triangle pattern. And again, guys, this is to be sure that the upper trend line has been penetrated. There are those filters that we can use, perhaps a closure, a daily closure above the upper trend line, or 2 days in a row closure above the upper trend line, or perhaps from 1 to 3% percentage of retracement. I've already discussed those points in the lesson number 5. Please just have a look at it if you are not confident with those filters, but those filters will help us to understand if the breakout of the trend line is valid or not. There are not always certain rules, but this is just some principles, easy principles to understand if it is a proper breakout or not. So let's move again, as we can have an uptrend, we can have this is 4, we can have even 4 with the 4 reversal points, this one with 6, this one is with 4, and this is an example that I found for you in 4. Perhaps this can be seen as symmetrical triangle in an uptrend, so where there is a breakout of the top line, so it keeps going up, and then we can move. This one is another one, is Zoom video communication. Perhaps in my work, it worked as already as a symmetrical, almost actually it's closer between symmetrical and ascending triangle, but assuming this one is a symmetrical triangle, what we can see that there's been a breakout of this upper trend line, then there can be a return price down before keep going up. So let's see if it will happen or not, but this is kind of a symmetrical triangle pattern. Again, those are the rules, the main rules. Just take a screenshot, the one that I just explained to you while talking to you, but those are the main points of a symmetrical triangle. Again, the volume, we discussed the volume, so the volume should decrease while going inside the triangle, and the same how to calculate the price objective. Just take a screenshot. Those are the main, let's say, theoretical information that you have to know. Then we can move to the downtrend of the symmetrical triangle. It's totally the same, but this is how it looks like. So just again, take a screenshot to be more confident. It applies exactly the same, but this is how it looks with 6 reversal points, with 4 reversal points, and those are the same rules. Just take a screenshot, get confident with those information, just read a lot to be sure that what you are looking at is a symmetrical triangle. Again, volume and minimum price objective. Just take a screenshot and read it. We can move to the descending triangle. Descending triangle, generally the rules are almost the same as I already explained for the symmetrical triangle. So the breakout point has to be the same, and the triangle can be drawn with just 4 reversal points, but it can be with 4 as well as it can be with 6. And the only difference that we have, the only main difference, that this one is a bearish signal. So this is a signal of weakness of the market. So this is the only main difference with the symmetrical triangle. All the volumes and the breakout prices movement are almost the same inside the triangle, and there will be a breakout of the lower flat line to confirm this descending triangle. The same rules applies as well for the four reversal points. Again, this is one example. Just you can have a look at this example to see how it works for General Motors, and then we can keep moving forward. We can have this one for that higher line is again descending triangle. If it's gonna work as a descending triangle, always the blue line is the major trend while the black line is the minor trend. And then again, this one is another. This one can be seen as descending triangle, but actually not, because it has not formed properly. We have only 1, 2, 3. We don't have 4 points to define a descending triangle. But because that's why this is the main rule, is that not always those rules apply to all kind of patterns. Those patterns can come in a different way, in a different shape, but this one cannot be a descending triangle for one of the major reasons, because descending triangle is is a signal of bearish market, while we are in a bullish market. As we can see, there has been a breakout of the top trend line, while for the descending triangle generally is the flat trend line that is broken. So in this case, it's absolutely not a descending triangle. It's just a pattern that, for similitude, if we can do a similitude we can use, because we know about the center triangle, we can say, okay, even if we know, as long as we are aware that it's not the center triangle, because it's not the right position, the right market where it should be. So this is what we have to know. That's why I brought up this example for you guys. So this one cannot be, because we are in a bullish market. This one is a bearish signal in a bullish market. So this has not to happen in this uptrend condition. This is the main point of the center triangle, are almost the same of symmetrical triangle, with some tweaks, some small changes. Again, volume is same concept, that should decrease while going inside triangle, and the minimum price objective, it's easy to be determined. Is like it's just the distance AB projected from the breakout point C. So the same principle, the same theory applies totally equal to the ascending triangle. It's exactly the same, totally the same principle. This is how it looks with six reversal points, but this is how it looks with 4 reversal points. The breakout, target price, always the same way, just projecting the distance, the base, to the breakout point. And this is how it looks in ascending triangle. This is, as we can see, there is always the breakout of the flat line. Again, this one can be seen as a center triangle, and we can define even the target price. So this is how we should do anytime that we see those price movements, how it looks. This is how it looks. Didn't touch proper the top flat line, so but it worked always as ascending triangle. So that's why they don't work always as per theory. For sure there will be some minor differences. So, and then again, this is just take a screenshot of this one if you want to read all the points. Those are the theory behind the ascending triangle. Again, the volume, same principle, and target price can be found the same principle as per descending triangle. Let's go into the last one, is the broadening formation. There is not a lot to say. This is just to let you be aware that this one is very rare, thank God, where the volume increase while going inside this broadening formation. And something important, that this one is just showing that the market is out of control. So there is no control in this market. There's a lot of people investing in this market without knowing anything. So what the market we don't know what the market will do. So it's very risky to invest in this condition. Hopefully you're not gonna never meet some broadening information, because they're very complicated to understand where the market will go. As in this case, it can look like that, but be careful, it's not a megaphone pattern, or it's called even megaphone pattern. The reason why, because it's generally, as we can see from the theory, it's generally occurs at major top. It's just at the top of a major trend. So based on studies, it has never been seen, or very rare, or rarely, or never at the bottom formation. It's generally at the top of an uptrend. So it's always, let's say, a top formation. It's not at the bottom, and it means that the market is generally out of control, because generally it's usually too emotional, where there is an unusual amount of public participation. So this is what you can read here, and then this is again a little bit of theory. Thanks for listening to this quick video. If you have some doubts, just write some comments underneath this video. But again, please just take a screenshot of those major pattern formation. And something that I think I forgot is that the ascending triangle is a bullish formation. This is the main difference with the other two. It means that it's a strength signal in the market. So the market, it means that the market will go up, and this is one of the point too, is the main point. So it's generally considered a bullish pattern or bullish signal. So that's why, guys, I told you, take a screenshot of those main information. Thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed this video. Bye.